What's going on, everybody? Tom here with Keto Lifestyle, and welcome to another free ketogenic recipe just for you subscribers out there. Now, today we're going to be making a ketogenic jerk chicken. Most jerk chicken has around 20 carbs per serving, which is way too high for us. So today we're going to be making a jerk chicken that is about 75% fat and only 2 net carbs per serving. So if that sounds good to you guys, hang on tight and we'll show you how to make it. Alright everybody, let's just jump into this recipe and start by adding a 1/4 cup of olive oil directly into your food processor. Next up, we're going to be adding 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, or about 3 cloves of fresh garlic if you keep that kind of thing on hand. Following that, we're going to be adding 2 tablespoons of monk fruit sweetener. This is a fantastic substitute for the brown sugar that would normally be in here. Next up is 1 tablespoon of soy sauce or coconut aminos, followed by a 1/4 of a white onion. I went ahead and chopped this so it blends nicely. Then we're going to add between 1 and 3 habaneros, depending on your like for spicy. Trust me, 3 isn't as hot as you think it would be. Next up, we're going to be adding in some of this Island Spice Jamaican Jerk seasoning. This is from a company called Fresh Jacks, and since I'm using their spice blend in this recipe, they were nice enough to hook us up with a discount code. So their website's linked in the description, and if you use the code Keto Lifestyle, it'll save you 15%. But the reason I chose a spice blend for this recipe is because it's a lot of seasonings in a jerk rub, and it was much easier just to buy one. So we're going to put 2 tablespoons of that into our food processor as well. Now the last ingredient going into this would be the juice of 1 lime, but in order to extract as much juice as possible, what I like to do is roll the lime around on a cutting board or some type of hard surface to kind of break up the membranes inside of it. This will get you the maximum amount of juice possible. Then I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to juice it with the flesh side up. It does make a little bit of mess on your hands, but this prevents seeds from getting into the rub. The problem is if you get seeds in there, it's going to get kind of a bitter flavor, and we really don't want that. Now that everything's in there, we're going to go ahead and seal up our food processor and blend it until it's a nice smooth marinade. This next part can be a little bit cumbersome, but you're going to want to transfer this marinade into a bag without getting it on your hands. If you have rubber gloves, this is a good time to use them, but getting that pepper onto an open wound or even getting on your hands and rubbing your face can really cause a lot of pain, so just try to be careful with this stuff and get it transferred to a gallon bag as safely as possible. Once the marinade is in a bag, we're going to go ahead and transfer our chicken leg quarters into the bag as well, and then seal it up and give it a shake. At this point, you're going to want to stick the sealed bag into your refrigerator for about 24 hours. I've even left it as much as 48, but you really want this marinade to soak into the chicken. When you're ready to grill this stuff up, go ahead and pull it out of the bag using a pair of tongs or rubber gloves if you have them, and put them on a baking sheet that you can take out to the grill. Now don't throw away this marinade quite yet, because you can actually turn this into a nice jerk sauce just by cooking it. The idea being you have to heat it above 165 degrees for it to be safe, since there's been chicken marinating in there, but I believe the chicken juices adds a really nice flavor to the sauce. So we're going to set this aside and I'll show you how I cook it up in a little bit. Now I'm going to go ahead and throw this chicken on my grill, and it's right around 425 degrees. If you're going to be doing this in an oven, that's where I would set it. And every 15 minutes, I'm going to come out here and flip the chicken for about 45 minutes. You'll know it's done when the thickest part right between the thigh and the drum is about 165 degrees. While that's cooking, I'm going to squeeze our marinade into a little saucepan here and just cook it over medium-high heat for about 10 minutes. It's going to thicken up a bit, but the key here is you need it to exceed 165 degrees in order to be safe to eat. And now that you guys have seen the recipe, it is time for the taste test. Now what I have here is one of the drumsticks that I just kind of cleaved off the leg quarter, squeeze a little bit of lime on there, and then go ahead and stuck just a little bit of green onion just for some taste. So now it's time to taste it. Guys, that is really freaking good, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't like chicken, but this is absolutely phenomenal. It is juicy, the skin is crispy, There's a little bit of citrus and kind of freshness from the lime and the green onion on there, and that habanero adds just a hint of heat. I know it sounds like a lot of habanero, but trust me, it doesn't transfer to that much heat on the chicken itself. And of course, that island spice, that jerk rub that we put in there is killer, guys. The cinnamon really comes through. So honestly, if you're looking for a good chicken recipe that is high in fat, give this a try. I guarantee you will not be disappointed. But with that, guys, I'm gonna go and close the video. If you like this video, leave it a like. If you have not subscribed yet, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, show some love down in the comments, and I will see you in the next one.